Hey there, Triumph Fitters. This is Joe Fonseca bringing you the WOD for September the 9th, 2011. Thank you very much for the excitement and the energy you guys have brought to the table so far. Let's keep the energy going. Today we're going to go 3 rounds, 25 reps of each exercise. We're going to start off with fly squats or reverse fly squats. We're going to go down into extra wide push-ups. We're going to show you spread eagle leg lifts. And we're going to go jump straight up into frog jumps. So I'm going to show you the moves, show you some modifications, and let you be on your way. So to start us off, we're going to go with the reverse fly squats. So you're going to need to grab whatever weight feels comfortable that's going to challenge you. Again, like I said in my first video, I like to do staggered weights. So one arm I'll be holding 25 and 15 on the other, and then for my next round I'll change it up. So here we go. To start things off in reverse fly squats, I want to make sure that we're comfortable, that will protect our body in the fly position, or excuse me, in the squat position. You're going to take your feet shoulder width apart. Line up the heels with your shoulders to protect the body. That way your knees don't bend in or out, creating any shearing force. Pooch your booty back. Make sure you got a nice little round spot right at the small of your back, so when you sit down, weight goes back on the heels. Got it? All right. So once you got the squat thing down, we're going to go ahead and pick up your weights. Again, this is going to look a little bit different for me than it is for you. One, my weight's bigger than the other, and two, well, it's kind of obvious. So we're going to go down into slight squat position, and we're going to stay down mostly in this position. We're going to bring the weights together in the front. We're going to open up our arms and drop it back in. Again, we're going to open up the arms and drop it back in. Notice that I'm not in a full deep squat position. I'm in a safe place, keeping the weight on my heels. Lift them up, drop it back down. Modification for this, you're going to drop down into a deeper squat position. You're going to squeeze your chest. Think about hugging a tree. You're going to get hold of the tree, you're going to squeeze it, you're going to squeeze, you're going to squeeze, you're going to squeeze as tight as you possibly can. Now you don't really ever have to grab a weight if you didn't want to. You grab the tree, you hold on tight, keeping a slight bend in the elbows, you're going to open it up, pinching the shoulder blades as tight as you can in the back. Bring it back together, squeezing tight along the entire chest area. Now if you go low, you get a lower part of the chest. You want to come up higher, you're going to get a little bit higher in the shoulders, deltoids, and across the top of the pectoral region. Sound good? Show you one more time. I'm down, I'm hugging. I open up wide, pinching the shoulder blades tight in the back. With the weight again. I'm hugging, open up tight, shoulder blades in the back, bring it back together and squeeze. Now, if you're doing it the right way, it doesn't take long for this to start to pinching on your body. So you may need to take a few rests in between the actual reps that you're doing. That's okay, be smart about it. All right, the next piece that I said we're going to go into was going to be the push-ups. So dropping down in push-up position, today's push-up is going to be extra, extra wide. You're going to take your hands as far apart as you possibly can and still keep a safe balance on them so they don't slip out from under you. So I'm going to drop down. Now for personal reasons I use the yoga blocks. It protects my arms. But it wouldn't hurt you to get yoga blocks or something that will elevate you a little bit more as well. It'll allow you to get a little bit deeper in the chest, opening up your chest, getting a little bit tighter of a workout. Good things for both of us. So I'm going to drop down into my squat position, fall down into my push-up, step back. Arms are nice and wide, squeezing the glutes. For the advanced workout, lift the leg, drop into push-up position, come up. Alternate legs, drop down, come back up. For modified, feet shoulder width apart, drop down the knees, tuck the feet close to the back as you possibly can, drop into push-up, come back up, all the way up to the top. Now, again, I like going extra wide and extra deep. Allows you to get more flex in the chest, more pull. Be safe about it. Be smart about the choices that you make. Always safe, always smart. All right, the next piece that we have today, spread eagle leg lifts. Now, This move, no matter what you do, is more advanced anyway. You're gonna feel the pull in the top of your quads and your hip flexors. It's entirely possible that the first time you do this, you start to feel a little bit of a cramp or a pulling on one of your quads. Typically because one of your legs is stronger than the other or more defined. Happens to all of us. Suck it up and move it forward anyway. All right, spread your leg lifts. You're gonna drop down to your butt. Extend the feet away from your body, pulling the feet back to your chin. Just like we normally do. Feet back to chin, nice flat back. Now, because of short reach purposes, I'm gonna use the yoga block. However, what you're going to do, take your fingertips to the ground inside of your thighs. You're gonna do fingertips to the ground inside thighs. I'm using yoga block. Every time you turn it, it gets a little bit higher. The goal is keep your fingertips on the ground as much as you can. Pull the legs back up, keeping your shoulders up as far as you possibly can. You're going to lift your legs, hold for 2 seconds, and then drop back down. Looks like this. Up, down, up, down. From the side. Feet flex back, back as flat as you can. You're going to get a little bit of a rotation or a rock. That's all right to start. Lift them up, drop them down. Lift them up, drop them down. Modification for that move. Still pull the legs back as far as you can, the feet. Slight bend in the legs, slight tilt in the body. From here, hands go up behind the back, lift the legs, drop them down. Lift the legs, drop them down. Again, you have to understand that that particular move is very much advanced anyway. You're going to feel pulling in the top of the quad. Challenge yourself. If you can still push through, by all means do it. Otherwise, do the modification. You will eventually get strong enough to move it. All right, then the last piece we said we were going to go ahead and do was the jumps, the frog jumps. So for the frog jumps, the goal here to bring your feet up or your knees up as close to your chest as you possibly can. This is not going to be fun. Your quads are going to hurt, but it's totally worth it. Great way to elevate the heart level, heart rate, blood, all the circulation you possibly need. You're going to drop down in a squat position. You're going to jump up, bring your knees into your chest, landing very softly and quietly on the toes. Up, down. Now I can get higher. I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to step back so you can see it. Up as high as we can. And quiet. Notice I didn't come all the way up out of my stance. One more time. I'm up and down. So again, we've got the rounds, we've got our numbers. You're going to challenge, you're going to sweat. See, I only did a little bit of exercise and sweating. I'm proud of you guys for pushing forward. Keep it up. Yours is in success. Triumph Fitness.